Have a long, empty fence that looks more like a boundary than part of your garden? You're not alone. Many gardeners overlook their fence lines, but guess what? These areas are full of potential. With the right perennials, you can turn those plain, forgotten edges into lush, blooming walls of color, texture, and even privacy. In today's video, we'll walk you through 10 of the best perennials to plant along your fence, all hand-picked for their beauty, growth habit, and ability to thrive in those tricky border spots. Ready to transform your fence from bland to blooming? Let's jump right in. Let's start strong with a towering favorite, Joe Pye weed. This North American native can reach 5 to 7 feet tall, making it perfect for adding privacy and vertical structure along fences. Its fluffy, mauve-pink flower heads bloom from mid to late summer and are irresistible to butterflies and bees. Joe Pye thrives in full sun to part shade and prefers moist, well-drained soil. It's a tough perennial that handles both urban and wild garden styles beautifully. If you have a fence near a downspout or rain garden, this plant will be right at home. It's also deer-resistant and low maintenance once established, a big plus if you want beauty without the hassle. Its bold form looks especially good in drifts for a naturalized, meadow-like effect. Use it as an anchor at the back of your border, combined with shorter companions like coneflowers or ornamental grasses. The tall stems and rich blooms create an instant screen while softening hard fence lines. Next up, for a touch of romance and vertical drama, you can't go wrong with foxglove. Its tall spires of tubular blooms and shades of purple, pink, and white add a whimsical, storybook feel to any fence line. Foxgloves prefer part shade and moist, rich soil, but they're adaptable enough for various spots, especially along east or north-facing fences. Keep the soil lightly moist and mulch well to help it thrive through dry spells. This plant is technically a biennial, but it self-seeds reliably, meaning you'll get a continuous presence with minimal replanting. Plus, pollinators, especially bumblebees, can't resist those bell-shaped blooms. Use foxgloves as punctuation marks along a fence, repeating them in loose clusters between foliage-heavy plants like hostas or ferns. They look magical in narrow side yards or shaded fences with dappled light. Coming in next is a perennial superstar, the bold and reliable coneflower. Its upright habit and vibrant pink-purple blooms bring energy and structure to your fence border all summer long. Coneflowers thrive in full sun and well-drained soil. They're drought-tolerant, heat-resistant, and perform beautifully in low-fuss gardens. Once established, they bloom for weeks without much care. Not only are they beautiful, but they're also great for wildlife. Butterflies flock to the blooms, and birds love the seed heads in fall. Deadheading extends the bloom time, but you can also let them go to seed for winter interest. Plant coneflowers in groups of 3 to 5 along fence gaps. They're especially effective when combined with feathery or soft-leaved plants like yarrow, catmint, or ornamental grasses. If you want your fence line to pop with texture, check out Blazing Star. With its narrow, upright flower spikes and bold purple hues, it adds vertical excitement and pairs beautifully with broader-leaved companions. This prairie native is a heat and drought-tolerant powerhouse. It prefers full sun and well-drained soil and thrives in hot climates without complaint. Once it gets going, it's very low maintenance. Liatris blooms from top to bottom, unlike most spiked flowers, making it visually unique. It's a magnet for bees, butterflies, and even hummingbirds, giving your fence line both movement and life. Use it in repeating clumps along sunny fences for rhythm and contrast. It mixes especially well with coneflowers, yarrow, and rudbeckias for a layered summer look. Let's shift gears to something softer. Japanese anemone. This late summer bloomer offers elegant pink or white flowers on tall, wiry stems that sway gracefully in the breeze. It thrives in part shade and rich, moist soil, making it ideal for fences with dappled light or areas with morning sun and afternoon shade. Once established, it spreads gently to form beautiful colonies. Japanese anemones bloom when most summer perennials begin to fade, keeping the show going into early fall. They're low maintenance, disease-resistant, and add a cottage-like charm to any space. Try planting them at the base of a wooden or stone fence, where their airy form can stand out. Their natural elegance pairs well with bold foliage plants or other late bloomers like sedum or asters. Now for something heat-hardy and sun-loving, yarrow. With its ferny foliage and flat-topped flower clusters, it offers a soft, wildflower look that spreads gently and blends with everything. Yarrow thrives in poor soil and dry conditions, making it a top pick for low-maintenance burdens. It's a true workhorse for full sun borders, and its long bloom time stretches from early summer to fall. Colors range from soft pastels to deep reds and sunny yellows. The flowers dry beautifully and even hold their shape in winter, adding year-round appeal. Mass it along fences for a breezy, natural look, or combine with structured plants like baptisia or Russian sage to balance its free-flowing habit.
For a bold, vertical form and aromatic punch, go with agastache. This heat and drought-tolerant perennial produces tall spikes of lavender-purple flowers that bloom from midsummer into fall. It loves full sun and dry soil, thriving even in poor conditions. The foliage is scented like licorice or mint, and it's completely deer and rabbit resistant. Agastache is a pollinator paradise, with bees, butterflies, and hummingbirds visiting non-stop. It's one of the best long-season bloomers for hot, dry borders. Place it near metal, wood, or stone fences to highlight the soft texture of its blooms. Pair with upright grasses or coneflowers for a dynamic summer composition.
Want months of sunny color along your fence? Say hello to coreopsis. This compact perennial spreads gently and delivers bright yellow blooms that seem to glow in the sun. It thrives in full sun and is adaptable to poor, sandy, or rocky soils. It's also drought-tolerant and easy to divide or propagate, making it a favorite for border repetition. Coreopsis blooms for a long stretch, from late spring to early fall. Deadheading helps, but even without it, the display is impressive. Use it to fill gaps along the bottom of your fence line. It creates a cheerful base layer beneath taller perennials and adds a carefree, meadow-like vibe. If you want something bold and sculptural, try globe thistle. Its spiky blue flower spheres stand out against fence lines, offering texture, drama, and an unexpected twist. It thrives in full sun, dry soil, and heat, no babying required. Once planted, it establishes fast and asks for very little attention. Globe thistle adds strong visual structure to borders, especially when repeated every few feet. Its silver foliage also provides contrast to green-dominated designs. Pair with romantic or soft plants like Russian sage, salvia, or lamb's ear to balance the boldness. It looks especially cool in modern, semi-cottage, or xeriscape gardens.
Last but not least, the classic Shasta daisy. Clean, cheerful, and always charming. It brings crisp white petals and yellow centers that brighten up any fence. It prefers full sun and well-drained soil, and once established, it returns reliably each year. Deadhead for continuous blooms and divide clumps every few seasons to keep them vigorous. This perennial works well in both formal and informal borders. It adds a sense of lightness and rhythm that plays nicely with taller or looser plants. Plant Shasta daisies in groups for maximum impact. They're great along both wood and metal fences and create a welcoming traditional garden vibe.
And there you have it, 10 of the best perennials to plant along your fence for lasting color, structure, and seasonal beauty. Whether you're after privacy, pollinator power, or just a stunning view, these plants can help you turn that forgotten fence line into the star of your garden. If you found this video helpful, feel free to like and subscribe to PlantDo Home and Garden for more garden inspiration. Got a favorite perennial we didn't mention? Drop it in the comments below. We love hearing their garden favorites. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.